Mystical Paintress Studio Tamera here, showing you how to clean your palette. As you can see, I'm a little messy. That's okay, because I have fun. So I'm going to show you how I clean my palette today. Get the camera set up properly so you can see. Alright, so first thing you're going to need is one of these scrapers. And scrapers are really, really good. Any kind of scraper that you want. They work wonderful on taking old paint off palettes. Sometimes I like to order several palettes, like this one, and then when I do a painting for someone, I'll give them the palette with the painting on a commission. Some people like to have them. So this is the palette from the Medusa painting I did for the Fall Pan Art Show, which was one of my first episodes on Patreon. So I'm gonna not mess with that, but I'm gonna show you how I clean this. This box my dad made for me out of wood, and it has weather stripping on the lid. And I take the turp can out, put the lid on, and it keeps my paints oil tight. Some people put them in the freezer, but I just do that. So when you're cleaning off your palette, generally what I do, I use lots of scraps of old towels and stuff, often in the studio for actually almost everything. But I just take the scraper and scrape it like that and put it right on the towel. Sometimes your towels end up looking like this, which is crazy, but that's kind of fun too. It's almost like a sculpture. It's kind of its own kind of artwork there. You could call it modern art and enter it in a show if you want. I usually throw them away, but I kept this one because it's fun. Isn't that fun? You know, painter mojo. So you're an artist, you get all kinds of crazy ideas. And that's what makes you so awesome as an artist. The craziness. Don't hide the crazy. Shoot, look at Bob Ross. He became famous. You think that guy was normal? I don't know. Happy trees? I guess they could be happy. Anyway, so I scratch off all the extra paint, and I keep any piles that are pretty thick if they're still wet, like this white right here is still good. This black is good. That's pretty good. So anyways, I'll show you not only how I clean the palette, but how I set it up too. Because if you set your palette up the same exact way every time, you'll get used to the location of the paint. And when you start painting, it almost becomes like second nature to you. You don't even think about it anymore. I hardly think about it when I'm teaching a class and I have to talk about which paint colors I'm using. I have to really think about which paint colors I'm using because it's just second nature by now. So, alright. Now, to put paint on here, I'll get out my plein air Soltech easel that has all my spare paints. I also have a tabaret table over here full of paints. I'll show you later. But I always go in order. So I go French ultramarine blue first. This is just my pattern. Cobalt blue next. These are the colors I use pretty much all the time unless I'm doing portraits or something else. Cobalt blue. Burnt sienna. Burnt umber. And some people asked about if I'm going to be selling some of the costumes that I wear in this show and some of the things I have. If I'm going to give links. Absolutely, I'll do all of that once we really get rolling. This is all pretty new to me, but it's a lot of fun. Sap green, ochre. Ochre's one of my favorite colors. It because it just kind of highlights everything with a little bit of white in a nice warm glowing way. Cad yellow, cadmium yellow. These tops sometimes are hard. You notice I'll use the towel to open the lids. It makes it a lot easier. Cad yellow light. Cad yellow light is one of the best highlight colors. When you add it with white, it just makes a beautiful glowing color. So there's your cad yellow light. Naples. I just recently added Naples, and because it's kind of a neutral beige yellow color, but you notice my palette's starting to come to life now, and when the paints pile up and look luscious, I just want to start painting. It's really hard to focus on the boring things about painting. Boring things would be cleaning your palette, loading the palette, you know, prepping boards, toning boards, filling out paperwork, stuff like that. That's no fun for us creative-minded people, is it? Alizarin crimson, cadmium red light. I just put on before that dioxazine purple. I always call it dioxide purple. I have no idea why it's not what it's called. But and then, of course, black. Now I already had white here, and I have a little cerulean blue right there. So pretty much have a good combo. I can close my Soltec. I have a few tubes here, a few extras. You can go back there, and then I just pop it right back down in. Now I'm ready to roll, and having a bedhead day, bad hair day, so you just throw your hair in a ponytail and ready to rock. Got this cool brush holder on the easel, and I think I'm going to do a rabbit. I'm going to paint a rabbit. So anyway, that's how you clean off your palette. If you really want them clean, after you scratch the paint off, you can use a little bit of odorless mineral spirit or turpentine in a rag, and you can get it all off. But I paint every day, so that's kind of purposeless. Anyways, here are my paints. Here's the palette. And here's my paint box, my spares. I have a couple spares, as you can see. So, there it is, ready to paint. This is your inside track with Mystical Paintress on Patreon. Yo Tamera. Peace out.